Alright, everybody. How are we doing? We're back to sit here and reminisce on this Dissidia. So last time we left off about right before Arden. So I was going through the videos. I was like, really, none of these Arden videos are really anything special. Um, I'd like to give a big ol' shout out, big ol' rest in peace to Fujiwara-san. That dude, he will not be forgotten. He's a legend on that art. I was like, damn, I was looking back at his videos, like, what are these videos? Yo, three years ago. It's probably close to 4 in a few months. I was like, damn, man's been dead for that long. Damn. Rip Arden, the man that couldn't die. But yeah, I mean, the rest of these videos, man, are at least in this video, I was like, man, not really a whole lot happened over here in this time, man. Like, we got burst weapons. Burst weapons were cool. Challenge quests were a pain in the ass. Not really my thing. I mean, I did most of them. I also remember at this time I was going through the videos. I was like, huh. I just don't have like the actual stage recorded for some of these, and just only have the chaos or the challenge stage. Because I mean, at this point, chaos was so easy. It just didn't matter. It was a blowout. It was just like, yeah, whatever, man. So I just only did the challenge stage because that was the only thing that was worth showing. And I was going through some of these, and I was like, man, I'm only on video 177 out of my 663 videos for fucking Dissidia playlist. I was like, oh man, we gotta be moving. We gotta be moving, man. When do we hit Lufenia? Oh, right here. Not even that long after that. Yeah, we just get Lufenia right here. Just right here, straight up. Oh man, remember taking Noctis friend? Because that dude was silly. You would just pop burst, you got a free follow-up attack, and then LD just gave you a bunch of extra turns. Man, Noctis friend. I haven't thought about that dude. Well, actually, I used that dude just recently for the last Dare to Defy joint. I was like, man, I haven't thought about last time I used Noctis in like a fight. Man, we got a shout out to Desh. The last time I used Desh, man, he was doing it back then, man. When brave hits and like brave damage and shit actually matter, man. What a time to be alive. Warrior of Light here too. Always carry Warrior of Light. Man, Warrior of Light was goated, boy. He was shit for a really long time. Like I remember when I first started playing, that dude was shit. But then once like Cosmo era started, that dude was cracked. And he was just cracked for a long ass time. And then he was shit again, and he came back and he was cracked again. I was like, oh shit, the Warrior of Light, boy. The first Lufenia class, man. That was also 3 years ago. 3 years ago, yeah. Challenge quest, yeah, we're not gonna do challenge quest. 8LC, I remember 8. Yo, who remembers 8? That's the last time I used 8. I don't think I've ever used 8, except for like maybe this exact like challenge quest. Didn't even use them for the challenge quest. There you go. There you go. There's the challenge quest, there's the Lufenia. Yo, I tell you what, I was going through my videos to like see like who my most used like dude was. It was Charlotta. It was Charlotta by like a country mile. Like I was throwing that bitch at everything, guy. Like I was throwing her at absolutely everything. Just any and everything. Alright, what else we got over here? Lightning Burst. I remember Lightning Burst. Cam. Oh boy. Oh boy. We can do this one. We can do this one. So, yeah, again, 3 years ago, yeah. So yeah, I mean, Lufenia for the most part, not a big deal. The big three at the start, like, I fucking, like, almost pulled my hair out of this nonsense, man. The big three at the start. Like, how many events before this? It was Cam, then, like, Lightning's Joint. Yeah, Lightning, Gladio event, Gal event, Ultimate Bahamut with Kuja, Kurasame event, and then 8. So, like, what is that, like 6 events or so? And then they hit you with the big 3 right here. Like, the big 3 just fucking sucked. It just sucked. It just sucked. So for anybody listening who wasn't around during the early Lufenia, the big 3, it was Reno, Sephiroth, and Rude. Just back to back to back. It was Reno, then Sephiroth, then Rude. Like, back to back to back. And all 3 of those Lufenia stages sucked ass. They all fucking sucked. They just sucked so hard, man. So we got the Reno one right here, which we were able to do. I think the orb freezes on electric damage. I think it freezes on electric damage. So, and you know, lightning's boosted for this, I'm pretty sure. And you got Reno, who also does electric damage. So it's just like, oh, are you constantly hitting with electric damage? No. Well, shit, son, you're about to have a rough time. And then they got the, I don't even know what these dudes are called, the big tree tower guys. I mean, eventually we can skip ahead. They'll put up the mist, and the mist is just a piece of shit because it just saps HP. And then, of course, we gotta have, you know, hey, what's your HP requirement, guy? Like, something stupid? I'll just skip all the way to the end. What's the HP requirement on this bad boy? I'll see if I can see it. No, we'll go ahead to the end. Go ahead to the end. Let me see. Yeah, let me see it. Yep, got it. Yeah. 20,000 HP requirement. We barely passed. Yeah. Yeah, 20,000 HP requirement. We barely passed with 18,000. Yeah, this was this was bad. This was bad. It was a bad fight. Because you got to remember, this is back when healers were still pretty rough. Rude, who we got not next event, but the one after that, was actually pretty good for a healer. So I think this event still would have been up when he came out. So you could have just saved for Rude and then went back. I know a lot of people did that. They just ignored Reno, went for Rude, and then just went back and did the Reno one. But yeah, 20,000 damage, and we almost fucking failed. Like, that's silly. That's silly. Because they just put on the HP, like the HP sap mist shit. I mean, we can go back here and look at it. And like, after a certain point, they just start spamming HP attacks. Like, they're like recast attack right here. It's just HP damage. It's just a big old all attack HP damage. And you have to let them do the HP attack in order for them to stop the mist. And it's just like, ugh, so I gotta give you a turn and let you do damage to stop your miss, which is also doing damage. So yeah, that shit sucks, man. And this is also, again, the beginning of Lufenia. So I don't have, there is no Lunafreya call to heal me up all the way. There's no Lily set LD call to heal me up. There's nothing. There is absolutely nothing to heal my ass. So yeah, I'm sitting here with edge call to fucking like dodge an attack, guy. Like that's how pressed I am for calls at this point. Because I mean, before I'd just be like, man, just use a call and like heal yourself up. Nah, buddy, This is before that. I ain't had nothing. I have fuck all for like utility, man. Like Jesus Christ, that shit was rough. Yeah, that was rough. Just cause like the stage itself, like the orb was kind of nonsense, but like trying to get the HP requirement was just ugh. Challenge quests. Oh, we can still use lightning, so that's fine. Dimensions here in 18, we don't care about that. Alright. Sephiroth quests. We only have the challenge run done. Because this is one of the very few quests for the Lufenia I couldn't do. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Could not do it. We don't care about the big guys in the front. We don't care about the antlion dudes neither. These fuckers right here. I want you to look at these guys. These guys right here. I hate them. Never want to see them again. Never want to see them again. God, do I hate them. I spent no joke about 20 hours trying to get this quest done, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, man. Like I said, this shit made me want to fucking kick a baby, man. This shit is this. Oh my god. That's why it's only the challenge quest for this one. I couldn't do the Lufenia. I couldn't. Or I should say, I could clear it. I couldn't get the conditions, man. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. So the problem with this fight is I can explain the Lufenia, because even though I don't have it, I mean I remember the fight. It was a DPS race. Sephiroth had just came out. He was, big DPS burst dude. I had it first. I had it maxed out and everything. I had Sephiroth. I had Lightning, who was also the other, like, the next biggest DPS. I had Lightning. I had Sephiroth. I had Kurosame, who was also, like, he was still real good at the time, and his call was like, busted. But, I mean, he was still real good. I had the top 3 dudes for the quest, and I couldn't do it. Like, that's how silly that shit was. I had the best dudes that you could possibly have at that time, and I couldn't do it. Like, oh my god. But yeah, the essence of the fight is the imps are here. They got like Imp A and Imp B. The problem with the fight is that it's really RNG dependent. So you've got Sephiroth and you've got Lightning, who are the the top 2 dudes. But both of them, especially if you use Sephiroth burst, let you break the enemy. Lightning's always breaking dudes with her EX and shit, and Sephiroth's got like one brave aura on his burst. After a certain HP, like I think like 79 and like something other percent. Once they get low enough, they'll put up a red aura where all your brave attacks do 1 damage. And the only way to stop that brave aura is to let them get a turn. Which isn't a huge deal. Again, this is early in the era where I don't have really calls. Ignis got his I don't know, level 70. I think we're at 70 at this point. 70, so I can use his call and get like a full heal. So he's like the heal call if I needed it. Which, I definitely needed, because you couldn't use Warrior Light this time because you had power grip. But he was the heal call, so we had 1. But there was no Cester call. I couldn't like freeze these dudes. Even if I could, it only lasted like 1 time. So the problem with the fight is that once you got them below 80%, the orb would come up. The orb had no condition. You just had to, once you DPS them both below 50%, unless it was 50%, the orb went away. So from like 100% to like 79%, you were free to do whatever. Once you hit 79%, from 79 to 49%, you just had to DPS them before the orb went out, which, it was pretty generous. It was pretty generous. You could usually, you were okay. Then once you got from 50% to 29%, again, it was fine. There was no orb. We were okay. Once you got to 29%, which ideally you wanted to get them both to 29% at the same time, I think it was 29%. It might have just been under 50% because I don't remember that good. But once you got them like under a certain threshold, it might have just been 50%, just because the game's fucking trolling. Once you got them under however much, the orb will come up. And again, there's no condition on the orb. The orb just counts down. Every turn you take, it counts down by 1. Every turn the enemy takes, it counts down by 2. So ideally, you just once the orb comes on for the second time, you just never want to let them get a turn. Even that, and like I said, I had lightning. I had lightning. I had Sephiroth, who like deny turns like nobody's business. Couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because it's like I said, it's just a DPS race. It's just a DPS race between like, all right, the orb's up. You got, I don't know what the orb count was. I think it was 35. 35, actions, not even turns, actions to kill him, or you're dead. And then the worst part was that they still did the red aura nonsense. So you get to a point where you're just like, man, I'm killing it with lightning, man. I'm knocking turns off of these mofos like nobody's business, boy. And then they put a red aura up, and you'd hit for 1 damage, and you'd be like, oh, I gotta give this guy a turn, and there'd be no turns in sight. And it's just like, well, I'm just wasting damage. So like, yeah, man, that fight fucking sucked. Because you can't go too slow. Because again, once that orb shows up, it's just bad news bears. And it's decreasing. There's no way to stop it. There's no way to tick it up. Once it's started, it's just gonna keep going. And if you give them a turn, that's -2. So on your next turn, you gonna have to double up, man. You're gonna have to double up. So yeah, that shit suck. Here's another one that sucked too. We didn't do Rude, did we? Or did I skip over Rude? But here's another one. Did we do Rude? Oh, is Rude like after this? I don't know why Rude would be after this. Yeah, Rude is after this. Damn. Okay, never mind then. But yeah, Kieran, the Crystal Chronicle guy. Yeah, he's back. Remember we talked about it last time. Bears. Yeah, bears suck. Bears fucking suck. So the first wave, I mean, this is fine. Remember when we were still doing Lufenias with fucking 2 waves of dudes? Don't miss that one. So yeah, this first wave of dudes is fine. Like, it's whatever. I don't care. Like, we can skip through. Bears. Bears suck. So the reason bears suck is because, one, they're another, like, big enemy that just keeps pushing HP damage. And you can't really stop it. Another thing is that they they glow when they get the big red aura, which everyone loved. Well, man, I sure do love red auras from that last fight. So they have red auras. You do 1 damage, and they've got they buff themselves up to 60,000 braves. That's why we got Gladio here to just stop damage. This is why we have him here to stop damage. Cause yeah, this shit sucks. This shit sucks, guy. So yeah, you just gotta stop their damage, and then the orb's there. The orb's fine. We got them under 80%, so the orb went away. But yeah, they're still here. And the only way to stop it is either tank the damage, which you can't tank it all the time, but it's to break them, and you need an instant break. Because I think Kieran had instant break, or somebody on the banner had like instant break or something. So yeah, you just had to break them with that instant break attack. That's why we got Old Man here, because he can break on even numbered brave bonuses or whatever. It's like, hey, look, man, I need something, guy. Like, you were either pulling for like the banner dude, and even then you weren't guaranteed. Which is really the essence of these like really like silly and hard like fights. It was just, even when you invested into the dude that was supposedly made for the fight was still bad. Like man, the fight was still bad, man. Like, I remember dudes were bringing like underpowered like Setzer into this, like no LD Setzer. This isn't rainbow damage sets. No LD regular ass Setzer, just so they could like freeze the bears before they buffed. And you just had to pick up damage with like Sephiroth. Sephiroth just had to be like all your damage, and you had like somebody else on the team. But I was like, man, this shit was rough, boy. This was rough. And another, silly ass like, oh, let me see, how much HP requirement do I need on this one? Just another silly ass HP requirement. And of course, bosses that just pretty much might as well only do HP damage. And again, you don't really have too much you can do to like heal that back up. Like I got one Ignis call, that's it. Like look at that, we barely passed on score, even with lightning. We took 85 out of 90 turns. I mean, at least you still got, there's still 20,000 HP damage. So, but I mean, you can definitely eat through that, man. You could definitely be eating through that, man. You could definitely be eating through that. Yep, and then here's Rude Lufenia. This one was also just kind of shit. Damn, look at this team, man. Look at this squad. This is how you know the stage is shit when I'm taking 3 tanks. Like you know the stage is nonsense when I'm taking 3 tanks. I'm taking 3 tanks, man. You know this. You know we in for a good one, man. When I'm taking 3 tanks, I got Gladio, and Root. Like you know this stage is nonsense when I'm taking 3 tanks. So yeah, man, this is just a gauntlet. The stage is just don't die. The gimmick is just don't die. Just don't die. So the mass dudes, every time they like do their HP attack, they change their mass, and they go from like white mass to yellow mass to red mass. If you break them, they go up a color. So if they're on yellow, they'll go back to white. If they're on red, they'll go up to yellow. Basically, the name of the game, again, don't die, and don't let them get to red mass and do an HP attack on their turn. If they get to red mass, just break them before they get a turn. But yeah, you just gotta break them before they get a turn. If you don't, I mean, you're dead. You're just dead. I think the HP or the orb requirement here was increase heal HP, increase HP, something like that. So yeah, we just got Gladio and Gao and Rude. We're healing. Like the name of the game here is just don't die. And of course there's 3 enemy dudes, and we don't have good 3 enemy dudes yet. Because Lon and Rain don't have their shit yet. So the best dudes for like 3 team bosses just aren't around. So this is this was rough. This shit was rough. Like I'm pretty sure this if you had this setup, you were relatively safe. But if you one of the dudes that like skipped Gal or skipped Rude, I mean most people had Gladio. Like if you were around this, you picked up Gladio. You had the man because he was a beast. Rude, man. Maybe you had Rude, maybe you didn't. But then, again, most people skip Gal. I was in on Gal. I was like, nah, man. You dudes are trolling, man. I'm getting Gal. So yeah, this shit was rough as fuck too, man. What did we end on out here, man? What did we end on out here for life? Also, we got HP numbers by this time. I forgot to mention that. I think we had them a while, but yeah, we got HP numbers. We can see HP now, so that's always cool. Man, that shit was rough. What did we get? Like, how close were we on this? So we got score. Okay, see, we had a safe squad. We had a safe squad. We got score. We had turns. No KO, no HP loss. So we were relatively good. We still had like another like 20 turns, so we were good. The only problem is surviving that bad boy. Yeah, that shit was rough. That was 4 in a row. I wasn't even 3. I thought it was 3 in a row. No. That was 4 in a row. Jesus. Yeah, that shit just sucked, man. It just sucked. It just sucked, man. What else we got here? Cloud Burst after that. Man, they were really heavy on that Final Fantasy, man. We got what? Cloud, Reno, and Rue. Yeah, that's a team, all right. That's a team. Beatrix, LD. That's fine. Zandy. Zandy's fine. Zandy was another one that just kind of came out of nowhere and was just nonsense, man. I mean, I guess if you knew, you knew. But like, yeah, Zandy's quest was another one where it was just like, because the orb here is just do dark damage, but there's like 3 dudes that do dark damage. so yeah, that yeah, that shit sucked. Yeah, like I said, the orb was just like, hey, do dark damage. Like, okay, cool. There's like Leon, who was severely power crept at this time. Then there's Zandy, who's the new dude. And then there's like, what, Toto? But even at this point, I don't think you're using Toto. Yeah, and then it has like some big like brave shield to stop you from doing damage and stuff. Like, man, it was rough. Times were rough. I actually use this dude. Actually use Kieran. Get out of here. I guess I just had his stuff. I was like, what? Actually, you actually busted this dude out on something. Yeah, it's weird. I actually used that dude's stuff. Man, Furion, man, that was the dude. That dude was so cool. I'm just using that dude. XDFLC. XFLC was another one that was just like, this is kind of trash. It's kind of trash. Yeah, look at this squad. XDef, Warrior, Life, Furion. Yeah, this one was gross too. Man, a lot of these Lufenia stages just suck. I do not miss like this nonsense, man. You just either had to have dudes or you were assed out, man. You just had to have dudes, or you were gone. You were donezo. So the XDef one for people who weren't around for XDef. XDef doesn't do brave damage. He just batteries himself and then does HP damage off of that. And his burst does just does what, like 1%? No, not even 1%. It's like based off of his attack, like a multiply of his attack, or like the enemy's attack, or something like that. He just does HP damage. Like on every like turn or action or whatever. So the geniuses over here at Square Enix and Team Ninja thought, what if we just make the orb? Or really not in the orb, but like what if we just like have the enemies? Because I mean they were around the first time XDef came around, so it's the same enemies. But then it's just like, okay, so we got the enemies, and if you break them, so they're gonna battery themselves at some point. If you break them, they go into like enraged mode and just like whack you for 1,000,000 damage. So what if we just say, hey, just don't break the enemy? And it's like, okay, that's cool. That's why we're using Warrior Light and Furion here. If Furion's traps break the enemy on their turn, it's fine. Like if a counterattack breaks them, like Gao or something, Gao, Furion trap, Emperor, whoever else, Gladio counterattack. If it breaks them on their turn, it's cool. They won't get like enraged and silly on you. But if you break them on your turn, like I said, they get really silly and they just battery themselves by like 1,000,000,000 and then just attack you, and you're dead. I was like, oh, okay, this is fun. It was not fun. This was not fun. So yeah, and then you still got the orb, which is, I don't even remember what the orb was, but I think the orb was okay. But the real like crux of the fight is just finding 3 dudes to put on your team that can still do damage to the enemy without breaking them. So you either had to like have a dude that could like warrior light, like whenever they get brave, I can just spam like either skill 1, which doesn't do any brave hits, or I can just hit HP plus and it's fine. Like it's cool. Or you needed like a trap dude like Furion or somebody with like counterattack to hit them, so you could break them on their turn to not counterattack, and then during your turn, since they're already broken, you could just go in and do whatever. But yeah, man, you had to findangle some dudes for this one, man. You had to findangle some dudes for this one. Yeah, see, Furion breaks them on their turn and they're fine with the trap, so it's cool. I'm pretty sure the orb was like HP damage from like a debuff or like something. Which like X-Def was like, I think X-Def and like what, one other guy can do that? So even like the orb requirement here was kind of a little sus. But I think you could use a call of somebody and like bypass it as long as you were okay. Actually, it might have just been like sap damage. Like maybe Sarah could have been used here, but I don't remember. It's been so long ago. But yeah, the most important part was just like, you know, the fairy with the yellow aura right here. She's just, you know, it's like, hey, don't break her or you're gonna die. It's just like, okay, gotcha. So, I mean, you're supposed to like attack the other one. Like, if you got a regular team, you would attack the one not in the yellow aura, and then, you know, get them down. And then once they got out of the aura, you go to the other one and stuff. But see, I mean, here we can just attack because whatever, we do damage anyway. But yeah, if you had like, if you had a dude that only had, you know, all hitting attacks, like Squall, you were just done. Look at that, they just got 99,999 brave. And I can't break this one. I can break this one, but I mean it's cool because we got X-Def, and X-Def just sucks all that up, so it's fine. It doesn't matter. But I mean, if you had like a regular group of dudes, man, you were donezo, man. You were donezo. I remember that one. That one sucked too. Ooh, boss rush, first boss rush, 2-party clear. Boss rush. Divine Diablos. Yeah, that one kind of sucked too. Man, a lot of these just suck. What about this boss rush? Was this boss rush anything? This Divine Diablos kind of sucked too. Yeah, typical counter damage team. I got you. Oh, big fire guy. Oh, I don't care about that. And then 2 horses. Nah, the horses are fine. Are these the only 2 dudes? No, it was those 2, and then it was another. Oh, this guy. Muhammad guy. Okay. Yeah, Diablos kind of sucked too. I believe you had to launch him to do his attack, and like Ramza just came out, you know, he's a cool guy. He had 1 demand launch, so it's just like, man, you either had that dude or like you were, I don't even know. You were in trouble. More Abyss stuff. That's cool. Caius LC, that's fine. Caius. Yeah, here we go again with this silly team. This was the broken team at the time, man. You see this one a lot. Furion, Gal, Gladio. This joint was this was the safe strat. Man. This was like the fail proof. Like, bro, I don't want to think. Is done. Yeah, Guy stage when Guy came back around. Yeah, this one just sucks because of the crocodile dudes here. They would just do the attack. They suck all your brave and then do a big HP attack. But I mean, it was cool because, you know, we got Gladio. Yeah, I spammed this team. I was like, nah, man, stuff is getting way too nonsense, man. I gotta out nonsense the game. Ultra V shield burps. Cool. Why does this one take so long? Is this Penelo Malikan? That would be funny. I don't remember. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. No, it's just Plane. Why does Plane take so long? Plane might have some different forms or something. I don't remember. I thought this was the other one. Alright, so what do we got? Jack LC banner. Damn, I had to go all the way to pity for Jack again. Jesus. Jack Lufenia, that was the easy one I remember. DE20? We can stop here on DE20. Oh yeah, it's this guy. I forget this guy's name. Black and Will. This guy. I'm surprised they didn't bring this guy back during, like, I don't know, like, I'm pretty sure this is the last time we see this guy. I'm surprised they didn't bring him back during, like, anything else. They didn't bring him back during Lufenia Plus. They didn't bring him back during Shinryu. Nothing. I'm really surprised they used to do, you know, like a six-man quest or something. Yeah, Lightning, Creely, Furion. What a team. So this dude's got, what, he got 3 forms? Like, get rid of this form. Yeah, and then he goes into this form up here. Where it's just like, hey, no, he's got this, the other form and this one, but then this form's got like 10 lives on it or some nonsense like that. And by the time you get him to like so many amount of lives, it's just like, hey, yeah, don't let him get a turn or you die. So okay, well that's cool. Yeah, see now he's got like his 2 arms out of it. Yeah, kill him. I gotta be careful here because it's like, alright, we kill him, and then it's his turn. Yeah, resurrect, comes back to life. You just gotta hope that you're not on a turn where it's just like, hey, defend against Blink. Okay, that's fine. It's just like, alright, he's gonna brick you or something. So okay, well just make sure you got your brave up, you'll be fine. I'll just have to go for it anyway. So it's probably he's gonna do a big attack and do some HP damage, and we don't really want that. But yeah, some of his lives were just like I said, just like, hey, don't let him get an attack. If he gets a turn, you lose. Okay. So if you had a team like the Smooth Brain team of like Gal, Gladio, and Furion, that team needs the enemy to move. But this one, nah, you can't rely on that, man. So like I said, we're still fighting this dude. Like I said, this dude had like 10 lives. We had to kill this dude so much. And then the last one was just the first. Just so we can delay this dude into oblivion and like kill him. Damn, we were on like nothing but lightning. On nothing. Doing everything we could. And I'm pretty sure that like Miss Aura around him was just like, no, don't let him get a turn. Oh yeah, we're fine. He's on 1%. Yeah, he's cooked. Yeah, he's cooked. He was cooked. Man, that joint was a gauntlet. Yep, score. We had like 125 turns. Man, they made sure. I mean, that was still a cool fight, though. Oh, we got the clear party screen. I forgot. Damn, we had that joint for a long time. I didn't know we had it for that long. Yeah, man, that was DE20. Man, what a time to be alive. And we go into Act 3. What's this one? Onion Knight. Oh man, no, we'll get into that one later. That Onion Knight fight was that's the one I'm thinking of, right? We can poke our head in here. This the Medusa heads, right? This the Medusa heads. This is Medusa heads, right? Yeah, no, we will we will cover that one later. No. We're not doing that one. No, that's triggering me. It's triggering me just looking at it. The comment on the video is just fuck this. It's just like yeah, no, this sucked. This sucked. And the funny part was that this sucked, and I've done it. I've done it already because I did it on my JP account. But I had Celeste LD, and Celeste LD cooks this joint. This shit was this is on release. So like, nah, I can't do this, man. This joint sucks. So all right, we'll stop right there. The next time we'll start with Onion Knight, Onion Knight Lufenia. Oh my god, yeah, Medusa heads. Yeah, we'll come back to that one, man. We'll come back to that one. Until then, I'll catch you cats later, man.